with writing, content writing. I actually learned writing. I actually learned writing, but I didn't pay. I went to a library, took up a grammar this thing, encyclopedia on grammar, books and all that, and studied them. And over time, months before I started writing, and then people started recommending me, and then I started doing paid writing. So, but I had passion for this, had passion for it. And I remember when I learned product design, I just wanted to be innovative. I just wanted to be able to create solutions to problems, to create products. So I saw a course. I had found something called Academy, an open academy by an American academy that offers courses online. That was COVID-19. I saw the course. So it was open and it was a free course. Human-centered design. That's a human-centered approach to design. That's the best course on design I've ever seen, sincerely. So simple, but so instructive that everything you need to build a product is within there. So when I found the product, I needed to build a team of 4. But then I was so passionate. I messaged some people, brought them together. I remember back then, I had to message even someone ahead of me, but that would be you. You had to become. And it was just me. I was just curious to get that knowledge. But my curiosity made me to get together people and make them follow me to learn that. So it took me 3 months. It took us 3 months. I actually built a product. At the time, it was so tough. We were having a meeting and like everyone is confused. How do we do that? But that focus, because it was a hands-on course. Hands-on course means that you're not just learning what you are doing. So at the end of 3 months, we built a product. And that was how I got into product design. Remember, I didn't pay anything. To this point, I didn't pay anything. I'm going to give you a lot of information, a lot of so-called secrets, which are not supposed to be secrets, on how easy this is to get all you need to start. So what is needed? What is needed? Essentially, to be able to do something effective, you need your device. You need your device. Like someone would say, some people have phones of 100,000, but actually for someone to buy them laptops. For example, if we go back to this characteristics, you have info writing, data science. Now for this, if you already have the information, you just need a phone. But like I said, you need to have an expertise in one field to be a good technical writer. For someone that will ask you to come and write. Remember sometime, like I said, I've done a lot of things in tech. Remember when I was asked, I just messaged by some companies to give expert information, and they just took it done just like that. Just like that. Just found me on LinkedIn like, okay, you want your knowledge on this, just give us feedback, and we'll pay for it, and I get my feedback. That's part of technical writing. So you need for this you deal with you deal with stuff like programs like Excel and Google Sheets. So you need a laptop. Although we have devices now, for example, myself, I just decided to get a tablet instead of a laptop because I'm not a laptop person. Because all I need, most of them are now on Android, so I just get the tools and I know how to get around and get what I need. So you need a good device. You need a laptop, you need or a tablet or something with a good screen and something that can run something like Excel or Google Sheets. Now product design, you need a laptop. But also, like I said, if you know your way around, you can get a tablet, but it depends on what you can use. For example, now Figma is the main app that we use in product design, but I found a way to use Figma on tablets. It's what we call Chrome OS. Chrome has an operating system, and so any desktop app that can run on Chrome, you just bring it to here, turn on desktop mode, which tablets mostly come with desktop mode, and everything just runs smoothly. So as far as it has a powerful processor, it runs smoothly. And I found that it runs smoother on my tablet than on my laptop, so I just dropped my laptop. So you need a laptop, or if you have the money, you get a good tablet. But you need a good screen, you need a good graphics What about product design? You have color codes, and it's funny, you know, it's not about what you order versus what you get. Sometimes you design something and it's, for your eyes, it's red. For example, someone's always on my phone because this is my phone with full HD. And it's like, why is the color different on your phone than my own? Your own gives what you can say is different between the graphics quality. This is full HD and that is HD. Now this is full HD too. This is full HD. But full HD here has more density than this. So even when I put something here, the color, this thing, contrast is clearer on my phone than on my tablet. Though it's still clear, but it's clearer here. And so for you to do well in design, you need to get a good device, good graphics, good display. So that not when you design something and then someone takes it to a better device to develop it, something design something to develop it that's like, what color is this and all that, and it just contrasts. So you need a good device that has a good graphics memory and has a good display quality. Remember, graphic driver is different from display. Please understand that your system has a good graphics driver, say it has an NVIDIA disk or whatever, and then you feel like it doesn't translate to having a good display. For a start, I always recommend a full HD display. That is around from 2000 /120 or 240 120. That's full HD. To give you a crisp, a very clear display. And then graphics, you need something that has a graphics card, graphics driver. Most times I recommend something that has up to 1 gig or 2 gigs. Although you have Intel integrated graphics driver also. Sometimes it depends on the system which is good enough. But always watch videos. Don't just buy it because I hear some people say that this is good for this, and when you buy it, it's like it's hanging. Some people say it has Core i5, but Core i5 doesn't mean it has a good graphics driver. It doesn't mean it has a good display. You need to know all these things. And then we go on. Sorry, I'm using my phone to copy this. So product management, what you just need, product management is like, I won't call it a jack of all trades, but you have information about everything. So what you need mostly is just need communication tools, presentation communication tools. We have tools that we normally use for team meetings. We have Jira, we have Flickr, we have Slack, and all that. So you master the use of all these things because the major work you do as a program manager is communication. Being able to communicate what to do at this moment, because you're a person who understands what stage, what to do at this moment, the person who informs the product designers, this is what I expect from you, and at this period, the person who informs the product, the software engineers, this is what I expect. And so you are just at the center, so you are a channel of communication. You channel communication from one end to the other. So a phone, tablet, whatever is okay for you for product management. So software engineers, you need a laptop. You need a laptop. I'm not software engineers, I've not tried doing it on tablet or phone, but I know you need a laptop. And what you need a laptop is a good processor. Another point, 8 gig RAM is not processor. Get this right. Some of us will like, I got 8 gig RAM system, but it's handy. It's not because it's not a processor. We have different processors. Core i5 is not different from Core i5 has different generations. Gen 3 is different from Gen 13. We have Gen 13 now. So you can buy some of us you can buy a workstation like so maybe and say Core i7, but then it's still handling, it's too slow. Because of what? It's something ancient. The driver, the processor is so low. So one thing I always use is that there's what they call benchmark, because I know there are a lot of people building processors So you have different companies, but you have benchmark tests that you do online. So to get a good device, when you search a laptop and you find it, feel like I like the features, this is what I want to do, you go and check the benchmark. Is it up to what you need? Now go for the career you are doing, and then you check, is it up to, like for example now, one way to always test devices is gaming. Gaming kills devices. And so there are less games that are heavy duty games. Any device that can handle those games can handle any kind of software development. And there are certain benchmarks that are required. So these are things that you check. For example, when I was buying, this is a popular brand. So I wanted to go for a Samsung second, but I found out that why should I go for a second hand that costs so much? Instead of using that money to get a new one for a Chinese product. So I just wanted to check the benchmark. And this has a better benchmark than that. I'm like, why should I get the other one? And this is Android 12, that one is Android 10. So I just decided that I need something with better capacity, not just something that has a brand name. So I got what I needed. So another thing, just before we go ahead, you don't need a MacBook. I hear people in tech, like, I know if you go to them, they say, I got my MacBook, the MacBook doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any difference. You only need something with good capacity. So for that aspect about data marketing,
you see what I'm and I want you to understand something. We're talking about a career. This is not school study that's just something to get a grade. You must get the technical know-how. You must know how to do it. You must know how to do it. So the materials, we have free Google courses. If you open Coursera, we have free Google courses. They always tell you, someone's about Google courses, I think, like the one for UI and then some for software development. They always tell you something. You can get the materials free, but to get certificates, you pay. One time I said, I don't certificates, I only need the knowledge. Because I'll get to something, I tell you, it is validating yourself in the process, building the public. That's what I'm important. I love this. You can apply for scholarship. You can apply for scholarship as an indigent newbie in tech. That is someone that don't have the financial support that you need to pay. Most of the time, the course will cost like $100 and all that, which is a lot of money. So you can apply for scholarship. And then on Twitter, a lot of tech communities that offer free courses. Remember, there was one folder, social security. It contained almost everything, almost every aspect in tech. The materials were just free of charge. Things that you pay for are free. I want to tell you that unless you buy my course or whatever, that you listen to Steve Jobs. He said something, he said, I dropped out and dropped in. He said, when I dropped out, I stopped going for the classes I didn't need. I started going for the classes I needed. He went to arts and learned calligraphy, which is what made Apple French. When they made the first man, they said the other systems, they were nothing like the calligraphy and all that, the different font styles and all that. But because he learned that, he was the one who created it and created it. And so when people saw it was beautiful, that's why you see something like the Italics, it was Steve Jobs started that. So because he dropped into, he learned the things he needed. He went and got them free of charge. When campus environment, we can always assess things. For example, now, this is a free meeting, right? It's a free meeting, right? But if you have tech events that people say, pay, and I learned that there's nothing different. For example, most of us who know John Obidi, when you're able to teach, you will understand that you organize, like say, in New Year, something, you pay 50,000 or 150,000 to attend it. He shares exactly the same thing he shares in his 90 classes. Only thing that 9 classes is inconvenient because you spend time with the night, you go and tired, you do it. But the very same information, because I found that anybody who wants to be a thought leader, whenever you're sharing information, you don't give part, you give your best on this. And people like impact. Teach us all these things free of charge. One impact that I can't forget was transform to lead. The essential. They just touched on my life. Because I looked into those men's life and I thought, they were sharing exactly what made them want their steps. So we can always get these things free. The materials free. The information, the guidelines free. But sometimes you learn to organize all these things yourself. Like they're not organized, you put them together yourself. So now the learning process, how long should it take? How can someone be learning for 3 years? For 3 years. Let me tell you something. In school, you don't just learn a course, you learn a profession. And it's looking at particularly of BSc. You've learned from A to Z of profession, but it's not so in tech. In tech, it's just like you're taking one course, and then you get better at it. Step by step. Step by step. Step by step. And so 6 months is huge enough to learn anything you want to learn. So first, there's no focus. There's no timetable. Like I said, when I learned the academic course, we had to 3 months. And one thing was that there was a deadline. We had to finish it in the deadline and get certification. And funny enough, just one of the things I found that a lot of people were not even learning because they were just doing whatever they did to get certificates. But we ourselves, we focused on doing what we could to get the knowledge, to build an actual product. So that's what it took. So then, how long should it take? 6 months is enough for you to learn everything. 6 months is enough for you to learn everything. What do you need to bring your head? Let's look for that. My days of practice mostly was in 2019 and then during COVID. One thing about me is that I spend time, I focus on something, and when I learn it, sometimes I don't need to go back to refresh it. Only sometimes when I do something. But when I learn something, I immerse myself and learn that thing for sure. But then when I first started out into this thing, I didn't know the careers and all that. It was 2019. I remember back then saying that we put today's IDB. I wake up and sometimes to read. When I go on YouTube, I start learning things on tech, start watching videos, learning things on tech, enter here, just curious about aspects of it, just curious. By the time morning comes, 5 o'clock, I won't find a book. Please, I don't advise anyone, but like, this was something I was passionate about, so I was doing it. So I spent time to learn that. And also, during COVID, I had timetables of what I wanted to learn, when I wanted to learn this. Remember this thing? When COVID started, I was doing a lot of things. This and this and that. I was being productive, so I did something. I started to clear my schedule of all activities and just leave to reading. And meeting my spiritual life. I do my spiritual life. I took off. I remember that time, even a new client came and then thinking well, I said like, I wanted to be a technical writer, this and that. I said, fine, but I'm not working now. Also good because I know that one person said, I don't want to work now. He said, fine, okay. Well, how about when you are done with your break? I said, fine. So he gave me tests, I did the test and all that. I said, wow, this will work back. So I spent that time just reading. Because I found out that at the time I had this vacuum. I didn't have the knowledge. When I had places I didn't have knowledge about, so I felt like I needed to learn. So I read, get the things I needed to do. So in that process, I was able to cover up what I needed. And so when I came back for work, the work was so demanding. That's what I'm saying, that it's all about, it consumes you if you're into tech. Remember that I used to work at least like 16 hours a day. Now this was just writing something like 1,100 words content. I'll spend like 9 hours research, 9 hours, not 18 hours. The only thing my parents said that was at home. My parents just cook food and give for me. I just stay in, I wake up in the night, continue, because one thing, that's when I found out the thing of keeping the deadline. It's something that people hate, clients hate, don't give me the deadline. So I wanted to keep this guy. So I made sure I kept the deadline. So by the time I finished the first week, I was burnt out. Like, I was burnt out. Doing that over and again, I was so burnt out. So understand everything. The guy was understanding, he said, fine, I just want to give you time to leave. Took 1 week off, next week or two. So I learned how to focus on what. So now the next thing, validating yourself in the process, building the public. Validating yourself in the process, building the public. This part is very important, please. Take note of this, building the public. First time, I was the first person to tell myself that I need to earn from writing. But I'm not Facebook, just writing the religious stuff and all that. And I was like, your writing is good. How about monetize it? People like, the writing is good, monetize it. This is a good idea. And then I looked for stuff. First job I got was on Facebook. I applied for because that's how Facebook jobs came up. But then I applied, I got the jobs and all that. But then in that process, something happened. I was exploited a lot. I remember one guy wrote this whole spent time, research, wrote the stuff. You know what the guy did? The guy went and posted the thing on his website. And they told me that to just test. That one was just a test. That I should write down. I was so angry. It's not right for the guy. But then, and the time was so angry. I feel like, there's no need. But then I told myself one thing. I said, this is the learning process. I'm not a master. I'm getting experience. I'm getting experience. Doing things without getting paid. But getting experience. Now, this was not even an agreement. That's what it was painful. This was something of I was being exploited. I was being exploited. So, validating yourself in the process, giving in the public. Some of us be like, I don't have experience. I don't have experience. Building in the public. Remember the first time that I was reached out to? It was last year by an HR from the white continental company. They were launching, they just wanted a startup in Lagos. White continental, that is the biggest startup, what do you call it? Incubator in the world. So they're like, okay, we need senior product manager. That was just when I wanted. Just look at my LinkedIn profile. Now, if you go to my LinkedIn profile, things of leadership that I put there, I think I did Dlcf Mouau. Especially things I did as director of ICT, and then when I was chief editor of the website. But I found what we call transferable skills that I just put them down in my CV. Now, I didn't talk about anything. I didn't talk about anything. I didn't write anything that wasn't so. I was reached out to for something much higher than experience. Building in public. Many of us, we are learning, we are developing, but then we are doing it inside. The Bible says, let your light so shine before men, that they might see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. But many of us here, we don't want our light to shine. We don't let our light shine. We are so shy. We are writer, but we don't write. You want to be a social media content creator, but you know where to be found on social media. You're a product designer, but you don't have a portfolio. You don't have things you've done, you posted on LinkedIn, on Twitter. People won't find you out. People won't find you out. Like I said, what give you secrets on getting roles? Now people feel like it's like just applying. You can apply for 1,000 opportunities online, but you not get anything. I mean, this is from my experience. Now, the Vietnamese himself shared a lot of things about getting roles, and one was building in public. Okay, what's building public? Let's go back. So, to the careers. So, the technical writer, that's it. What does it mean to be a public technical writer? That is making your writing public. Making your writing public. So this is not a public, but a display. So getting your writing public. your right in public. Let me navigate to the platform itself. Okay, so for the data scientists, one thing I like, I have a lot of people in almost all fields in tech that I have as connections on LinkedIn. They always posting their work. Just someone like, I've finished Power BI, I've done this, I've completed this. Whenever they complete courses, there's one particular person I was just doing, posting everything she was learning at every step. I think by the end of 6 months or 1 year, she got through. This is what I just followed her from the beginning. Sometimes I'll just be the person liking it because we want another thing. I finished this module, this is what I applied, this is what I did, You can always build in public. Now, for a product designer, one thing about product design is that it's not what I just read, you practice. Now, a product designer is someone who is creative. So if you don't have an idea, you learn Figma, you learn all the aspects, the addition, prototyping, testing, and all that. But you don't know how to bring ideas to life. Just be wasting away. So what you do as a product designer to build in public, what you do to build in public is this. What you do to build in public is this. When you discover the problem you want to solve, you craft a disaster story. Okay, this is a problem, this I want to solve it, this I want to. And then once you've done that, everything now, like I said, all these things you are doing now, you do it in public. For example, you say I want to solve so. You start designing it in public. From that part of ideation, when you ideate, you post on LinkedIn, you post on Twitter. You post on LinkedIn, you post on Twitter. Take note of what I'm saying because this is the secret. This is what works for me. So I'm not telling you something that someone told me, something that works. You post it open. Now, when you've done that, the next step, after you've ideated, you've got your how my tweets, and then you've got your insights. Okay, so now it's time for us to build prototype. As you're prototyping, that whole step, you also post it online. Post it, share what you are doing. By the time you got to the step, people start following you. People start following what you are doing. And then you just jump the step. One thing about being there is, like I said, being public doesn't mean that you don't have people in the career you want to enter that you're following, or people that you connect with that can be your stuff. For example, on LinkedIn, always like, don't follow, connect to people. Connect to people who are already in the career you want. People can help you connect to them. So when you're doing all this in building public, they'll be seeing what you are doing. For example, I remember one thing, when my brother was first elected in my big camp, now I'm South Africa, but big that time. They started intermarketing and all that stuff, just writing. So the other day used to do something, so something Saturday. Nothing that what it is, for some Saturday, it's not totally the game. So they'll highlight someone who is doing well in a particular field on Saturday. Spotlight Saturday, spotlight. So my brother was like, so he was so surprised. Then we set up and say, people, like the rest of people are seeing what you are doing. And when I was Facebook, this was what I will get people, big people. Remember that time also, because I said I started on Facebook. Who messaged me and said, you are doing so well, I'm learning from you. So give me a mindset of people are always seeing what you are doing. So prototyping, you post it, testing, you post it, you make mistakes. By the time you make mistakes, people correcting you. Another thing is about being in tech communities. Not just social media, you have to build tech communities. For example, designers have built communities, software developers, data scientists, chemical writers, they have communities. active communities. Like we have some on WhatsApp, we have some on Twitter, we have those on LinkedIn. So we share all those things, not just on social media, but on the communities. We share these things that you have learned. So by the time you get to launch and all that, the product is ready, you pick your MVP, which is minimum viable product, you trade it, then you see someone reach out to you. When there is a room open, someone reach out to you, I saw what you did. Because of what they're proving that you did it step by step. You didn't go and copy something. There's something that designers do now. They go and copy something another person did. And then place it as theirs. Now you build it public. There is no argument that you built it yourself. You don't have to validate anything. You built it yourself. It's open. Everybody saw you building that thing. For example, someone wants to lose weight. Everybody sees a person, every morning person jogging. When you lose weight, people don't say, you went and did surgery and all that. Because they saw the process, they saw when you were trimming down yourself, doing what you did. That's what it is. Building a problem. When you build in public, you are not just the person testifying to your ability. People saw what you did, and people testify to your. Now, product management, the same thing. You are getting product, you design a product. Sometimes you need to get, like I said, when I first learned product design, I actually learned as a product manager. Now look at this. That's when I found out that I was a product manager. I was the head. I had the vision. I was one for the vision. I was one who led the team meetings. I was one who was in charge of assigning tasks to what everyone wanted to do. So like I said, Pastor Bio was there with us, Victory, which was there. So I brought them together. I didn't know what I just wanted to learn. I didn't know it was product management. But I just do it. Now one thing about product management is that you don't have something to do. One thing about school is that in school, you most times, like if you're in tech and you're at Salu, you have friends around you. Like if you go to ICT, you go up to ICT for like 1 month, you can make friends there. You see people are to product design, they're like, they are learning someone to software development, you bring them together. Product manager is that you must be a leader. So if you have people together, then it's not for you. So number one, you should be able to bring people together. So bringing people together, sharing a vision. You say, I define the problem, I want to solve it. Can we do this? Let's build it. Okay, fine. Let's come together. You share the vision, you post that ideation, people go through, get the questions, and then you get the insights, prototype, test, and get it. Now, as a product manager, doing these things, going through steps, you have to put them up online. We share, we got together a team, want to build some solution. One about product management is that by the time you build something, probably they will spend a year without solving the problem they need to solve. So even when you are agile, you have to have that discipline. Some aspects of what that is. You know that you need to pass from stage to stage, but you need to complete something. Yes, there's always room for iteration to iterate. Iteration doesn't mean you don't have a discipline timeline to follow. So as you are doing these things, you are posting it online. Now, software engineering, which is for programming, stack or backend, front end, building a problem. Now, one thing about building public is that you must always have an end solution you want to solve. So, software engineer, in my experience, right? You have a friend who's a UI designer. People come together and we solve this problem. Let's go craft user story. Design UI. You code it. When as you are coding it, you are posting it, you are building it on cloud, you are sharing what you are building on social media, on communities, on tech communities that you belong to. You are sharing what you are building at every point. You encounter bugs, you share it. You are able to solve the problem, rectify it, you go past the bug, you share it. You have an issue, ask questions. But build in public. Build in public. Build in public. Content creators. Content creators. You don't want to your cinematography is so good. It's like Marquis' phone or Mr. Wood's phone or Fisayo's phone. No, you don't. You start with what you have. And one thing about content creation is that, of course, if you are not performing there, you are not a content creator. So you build it public. You build it public. Now you don't have a now. Remember, I said these are people who don't have a paid role, nobody hired you. I've shared how you can do all these other roles. Now, for a content creator, how do you build it public? How do you build it public? Volunteering. Volunteering. Like let's say some of us here, the fellowship gives us a lot. Get someone at least gives you a lot. You have the website. You have an ICT team. If you're a content creator, we have social media. Our Facebook channel is so okay. You have a YouTube channel that we want to. You take it up, you make it your personal assignment. Take it up, you turn yourself into the manager of it. Remember what I said, I want to accident because I was doing a lot of things that time. I was like into like up to 5 active engagements. That was my third semester. 5 times, all of them demanded full-time attention. So I was breaking down. So I was like, I'm going to give up. Someone said, don't drop this activity. Keep it on. So I'm so grateful I kept it on until I know what provision. Because it was the experience that I got that helped me grow a lot in leadership, in delegation, being able to delegate tasks to people, and being able to manage different different characters, different temperaments, all put together, different personalities in a team. So these are opportunities that we have. You know, once you get a real job, make it with what you have. This is why it's not like some fellowships that will not have the websites. Our past brethren, they built this website for us. In fact, it's one of us who renews it. Who renews it? I don't know, it's not who renews our website. It's not who renews it every single day. So it's there for us. Now we have that team. If you are getting a team, what do? I give you a task, you follow up on it, you do it. That's a bit public. That's a bit public. So remember, I was intentional about them. So I knew that I had to do my duty. Sometimes it was so hard. And then, because the video was the GPT, because I was working on that GPT and GPT, like, look at the website, put this, and like, can't tell me, say, please do it yourself. Help me edit it yourself. Sometimes people bring in so terrible content. I almost have to rewrite it to post it. And then look at this, nobody taught me. I don't know what I just done. But I don't know just call me one day. Just all of a sudden, on something I say, I'm going to make you the. That's the because I was forgetting. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about website management. I don't know anything about content and WordPress sites. It's a file we're going to learn. So you just told me, okay, you open this place, you create new posts and all that, and that was it. But when I went there, I found a lot of things I didn't understand. I had to handle it one by one. Nobody really got it. You just gave me that introduction. This is what you just showed me. You also put it, showed this, and that was it. But I didn't drop it. I wanted to get the experience. So I want to ask a question. Now we looked into all this. So the question is, now do you have any excuse? Do you have any excuse? Living public, do you have any excuse? So I'll just give us a chance. I'll expect questions. So I expect questions. Please, if you have a question, please ask.
question.
All right.
I just keep wondering. So thank you for the wonderful session. So it's really very interesting. The one thing I keep wondering over this is the tech space not overcrowded already.
Okay.
See, almost everyone, even people that are in school already, they're entering tech. So that's the first question. Is it not overcrowded already? Okay, and my second question is this. Once I just keep wondering again.
Stanford.edu.
I keep wondering again. Looking at the masters that the very people that are very good in the tech space, looking at the extent they've gone, and I see about starting out. Most times I feel like being intimidated or feel like, can I actually get there? Most of them they started like 8 years, maybe some of them 20 years ago. And you're like, you're starting out. And so how do you go about those kind of fees and that kind of stuff?
All right.
Thank you.
All right. So, the first question is tech space overcrowded? Oh, now, this question is very hard. And it doesn't might feel like it, but truth is that it is not. In fact, in tech, every single day, hundreds of euros, not thousands, that have learned skills in tech, but 80% are incompetent. More than 80% are incompetent. What about tech is that one critical, which if I go to the next slide and just see it, I was reading this, okay, think about rising fast in career, so I'll get to this. Now, one critical thing, one very quality, one big quality they need in tech is critical thinking, problem solving. No matter the aspects, no matter the KPI in tech, you must have critical thinking, problem solving. Many people learn software engineering, learn UI design, but they can't think. When people can't get involved, they can't solve. Imagine having a company who have got your software, and there's no engineers, they can't. So that people are complaining, people are going to they've seen what I've done. Tech is not saturated. Why? The horizon, when they say in the animal kingdom, not all animals are equal. Now a lot of animals are there, a lot of people with their skills, with whatever they're doing in tech, but not all have the capacity to actually do the work. Not all have the competence. So for everyone who is competent, that's why you have people who are on roles and they are asking you to come and take up new roles. They are asking you to come and take up. That's like people are like, leave these guys that they are working in other things because companies don't want to waste their money on someone that will cost their business more money. Competence. Competence. I don't know if I answered the question. Alright, so the second one, there are people who have gone ahead years and feel like, can you get there? They said the easiest way, the best time to plant a tree is what? The best time to plant a tree is what? Is today. Best time to plant a tree is today. Remember that there were ones where if you go back to that, don't play that video again. That's the first video. He talked about the mistakes he made and when the first started what he did. Now, a lot of people, some people started in their teenage, some people started in their 20s, in their 30s, and then we know the man, Kentucky Fried Chicken, found out, started very late in life. Now, you see, when someone wakes up is what? Is morning, right? Now, it's not always applicable for Christians, like when you're getting all this information. It's not always advice for you to wait for so long before you start. I don't know if this mic is stable or not. Sound better.
Okay, so
So they say when someone wakes up, is his or her morning. They say his or her morning. Why? You might have seen people doing things, not doing things, but you never saw yourself being able to do that thing. The day you saw yourself being able to do that thing is when you wake up. You wake up. What was what is tell us? That when you dream, you don't half of the work. And it's true. As you grow up, you discover it's true. What makes mediocre average performance in every career, in everything in life, is lack of dream, lack of ambition. Lack of dream, lack of ambition. But ask many people, like I listen it. If you graduate, what do you want to be when you graduate? I don't know. I get to work here. Now, remember this. I shared one thing with sometime ago. I said, I never expected that this was going to go to my career. Because I was in a lot of bad situations. So I was wondering, like, for the first time in my life, I was wondering, what am I doing? So I found out one thing. When I was in that stage, I just found out one thing. I've lost my dream. I've lost my purpose. So they say, what you can conceive, you can what? Achieve. What you can conceive, you can achieve. Now the pity about having people around you is not to feel intimidated, but is to know that if you follow the same steps they took, you can achieve equivalent success as they did, or even succeed beyond it. And not succeed